Get your razor, Whick. It's time.
Turn it up.
Do you want $500 or not? You.
Think back to the military days. It does.
Bro, it's legit, bro. What is?
Look, I remember coming in again.
Bro,
with one of these
he's
razors.
dry shaving with a
David,
disposable razor.
right in the communal sink. Right? I remember that.
I talked the other day a bit about this, but I need to kind of bring it all together and wrap it up for you because there's a little bit of extra information that I think explains some of this behavior. Okay. So, do you remember the other day I spoke about Xanderhal complaining about his channel essentially having problems, right? I also talked about Whick shaving his beard for what I thought was maybe some sort of bet. Well, I've just found out some more information that I think contextualizes this a lot more, okay? So, just to remind you, if you haven't seen, we won't go into the full detail here, but we'll just quickly play a clip just so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about, okay? So, Xanderhal actually, on a stream a few days ago, well, I say a few days ago, on the 1st of November. That date is going to be important, so remember that. The 1st of November, as part of his stream, this happened.
Return. Thank you for being patient. Can I show you guys something? Some behind-the-scenes YouTube stuff? I want to show you guys how YouTube works. Now, thankfully, I can say that the channel is actually in a really good spot right now. We're up over 20% in every metric currently, but a lot of that actually has more to do with the upload rate. That we've been uploading a lot more. And so that's obviously very helpful. But something I've noticed is, and this is a little bit worrying, but maybe it's not as worrying as I think. Maybe it's just a very temporary lull. Despite the extremely frequent uploads and the keeping to the schedule, video-by-video views, and engagement for that matter, have dropped substantially. If you check this out, you can see newest uploads doing, or this upload's actually doing all right. Like, it's like a 5 out of 10, it's doing okay. The engagement's not too high, though. Only 25 comments. That's pretty bad.
I already watched this, okay? So I don't need to go over all of this again, but you can go and watch my video about it where I speak about this, okay? Funnily enough, I think Trump winning is probably going to benefit him, speaking now after the election has occurred. But the basic point to get across here is Xanderhal, on the 1st of November, was complaining about like the plight of his channel, saying his audience don't engage enough with his videos, and he was saying that unless something drastic happened, come December or January, within a couple of months, he may have to quit his career as an online content creator. Okay? Interesting. 1st of November. 1st of November, he says all of this. Okay? Now, like I say, I think Trump has pulled him out of the shit massively. And I think he's probably going to benefit a lot from a Trump presidency because he can make loads of videos about Orange Man bad. Okay? So I would imagine that's probably diverted course now. But nonetheless, the 1st of November, he was very, very concerned about the plight of his channel. And I don't know... I don't watch all of his content. I don't know if he'd ever spoken much like this about it before, okay? So, that's a summary of that. Like I say, there's more there. Watch my video about it if you want to see. Also, on top of that as well, there was this moment from another creator that you've probably never heard of, called Whick.
Oh, it's so, Dylan Bowser. Tonight...
Welcome to Chud Nation.
Chud needs a pickle Nick wallpaper.
We're doing it! We're doing it! The beard's being shaved off, okay? We're entering a new world, okay? Here, do I even need these headphones? I'll take them off later, right?
So, we watched the later part of this where he shaved it. I didn't realise at the start he'd actually spoken about, you know, why he was shaving his beard off. So, have a listen to this, okay? And remember, date-wise... This is the 7th of November. I repeat, this is on the 7th of November, okay?
But, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, my community members, have decided to pay me, to shave my beard. And I will be doing so throughout the stream, okay? We'll go through it. I'm putting it off just a little here because, oh my goodness, I'm going to miss it. It'll grow back, though. But yeah, I will be becoming smooth-cheeked Whick. You all get a live seat performance. Whick is going to leave.
So that's interesting, isn't it? Whick is now doing stunts for cash on stream. Now, Whick is a little wretched freak. However, I'm not familiar with him doing stunts for cash on stream before.
Leave the stream looking 17. You know, I've had this beard for so many years. I'm not sure how I look underneath.
Bear in mind, taking $500 to shave a beard he's had for years. That's weird, isn't it?
Anymore. Like, I've obviously shaved before, right? I haven't always been wonderful beard guy. But, yeah, I am curious. I hope it isn't too disconcerting to my viewers. But hey, if we're gonna bleed subs, we might as well go out in a blaze of glory, right? I know that's for a portion of you at least. One of the reasons you watch me is my glorious, beautiful beard. But unfortunately, it is going the way of the dodo.
A portion of people that watch him. How many viewers does this fucking loser get? What's he on about? What's that, like 3 people? 3 people are watching because of his beard.
Sad. Very, very sad. But before we get to that, Xanderhal, nice to see you, by the way. Xanderhal says, I did not expect this to be the type of tease Whick would put up to announce an OnlyFans. It's not an OnlyFans, unfortunately. But,
Bro.
Not yet anyway.
His chat is 4 people Dylan Bowser are the same, and then 1 person called Zephyr Hash, unless I'm missing messages. Okay, it's not populating now. But anyway, his chat has not got many people in, let's put it that way.
But no, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I got some thoughts on the election as well to give to
No one cares about your stupid takes on the election, Wick. Anyway, and then later on in the stream, he goes on to periodically kind of shave his beard. I mean, there's extra footage I didn't even cover when I spoke about this before. Dude, this is fucking so deranged, bro. Top tip, do not get into the habit of doing stunts for cash, okay? You are sullying yourself, and you end up becoming even more of a lolcow. Just look at, what was his name? Wings of Redemption. $50 to sniff his chair. Stupid.
Whose essay was that? This was from Tracing Wood Grains. He does some work with what's it called? The Blocked and Reported podcast and a few others, right?
No one cares about your political takes, dude. Just shave your beards.
Centrist. He is a centrist.
Shave your beard now.
When you look at the results of the election. So we have to ask ourselves, right? Why? Why didn't those appeals work?
Dude, honestly.
And if I'm going to figure out...
Bro, it's better just muting it, to be honest. It's way better just fucking muting it. Muting it is way more interesting than listening to this guy fucking talk about politics and just watching him desperately trying to solicit money by shaving his beard off. It's way more entertaining, dude. Tipster always drank for donos and he ended up with a great relationship with alcohol.
They don't understand.
So anyway,
they think I'm center.
Bro, who cares? Anyway, he shaves his beard.
When we look at these exit polls...
Later on, he pulls out his razor to really finish the job.
Like, this is such an easy decision.
Come on, where is it? Come on.
This is such an
Get your razor, Wick. It's time.
Yeah, trim it up a little.
Do you want $500 or not, you fucking whore? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Get shaving. Get shaving for a little tiny portion of cash. Okay? In terms of the whole month, I guess. $500 is $500. But, you know.
In retrospect, I may not have wanted to wear the hoodie. I may have wanted to be shirtless, but no, too late now. I'll just do the laundry after.
Bro. You're watching a man sell himself here. This is the male equivalent of a woman selling blowjobs for cash, okay? That's what you're watching here, dude. Which one is the real Chud? I don't know why the super chats aren't coming through, by the way. They're not popping up, but I'll read them as they come through. Thank you very much. Oh my fucking god. How much to shave your beard? I do not do stunts for cash on stream. Ever. Never have, never will. Not happening. Ever, never, not gonna happen. So don't even fucking bother wasting your breath asking. Because this is the outcome. You end up just looking fucking
We're gonna
pathetic.
pause here for a second. Just so I can talk more, right? I want to drag it out. Okay, this looks a little... Hold on. No, I'm going to get the other half of my mustache before I stop, okay?
Oh my fucking god, dude. Dude, this hits so much better when you realise why this is happening. Okay? I'll tell you about it in a sec, obviously. Dude. Just you wait. If you know, you know. I've mentioned it before, briefly, but...
Can you guys hear me?
Good Lord. Good Lord.
Not perfect yet. I need to get patches. It's a little patchy right now.
Does he actually shave it more out later? Did I miss that as well?
Yeah? What do you guys think?
Did he use a razor too?
When I initially saw those numbers, $20 or 20 pounds from RPG. Do you think Biden would have done better?
Okay, anyway, listen. Maybe he does a bit more later. Didn't he have like a... Oh, yeah, wait, hang on. Is that it there? Wait, no, I missed this. Look.
Yeah, I don't know. What's going on? Like, a bunch of people jumped in.
He does more.
Running out of... Back to the military days? It does.
Bro, it's legit, bro. What is...
Look, I remember coming in 6 a.m., right? 30 minutes before my shift was supposed to begin.
Bro.
With one of these
he's
razors.
Dry shaving with a disposable razor.
Right, in the communal sink, right? I remember that.
That's insane.
What are people's like do people just have super sensitive skin? Like they're acting like my dry shaving is this crazy thing?
Yes.
Like, look, it's fine. I'll be okay.
You get rash. Irritate your skin.
I always dry shave. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, I get a little cuts and a little razor burn here and there, but it's not a big deal. Look at this guy. You look great. Thank you, Dunkin' Donuts.
Jesus Christ.
Also, ingrown hairs. Look, I should shave.
Okay.
Right? Shaving is a skill.
Right,
Get
guys.
3 women and testy on for a skincare panel? Maybe. Right? Maybe I need to do that.
Wait, there's
right?
more. There's
Like,
more.
you
Let's
guys
wait a
can,
bit more. Let's wait a
tell me
bit
how to
longer. Let's let this play out, okay?
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's weird. It's weird not having a beard, not being able to stroke it and stuff, right? Stroking it on camera. Hell yeah. No, but it is what it is. Scorpions, spelled backwards. I have skill issue and get enough cuts with shaving cream on. Yeah, look, maybe. I should have PV'd harder, to be honest. Look, Progressive Victory doesn't pay me no more.
Oh,
But
there it is.
My views aren't going to change. My advocacy
Oh,
isn't going to
he
change,
said it. Oh
right?
my God,
Look,
I didn't realize.
I just wish people would have listened to me. I feel like if people had listened to me more, we would have done better. I don't know if we would have won, but we would have done better.
Bro. There it is. There it is, guys. Eh? So, he's obviously fucking putting it out there in a throwaway fashion, okay? But let me just tell you what I was told. I obviously didn't see this part before. He does mention it. But let me just tell you what I was told, okay? So Progressive Victory, for those of you that don't know, they had this creator program, and they were paying people like Whick and Xanderhal to attend regular meetings. Alright? Right? And they paid them, dependent on their viewership, a certain amount of money, okay? So that was what was happening for a little while now. This has been the case. I think for maybe like a year or so. An insider source has revealed to me that Progressive Victory stopped their creator program as of the 31st of October. And they're wrapping that up until the next election cycle, which is obviously the midterms in 2026. Okay? So all of the people like Whick and Xanderhal, I don't know whether Xanderhal was still getting paid or not exactly, but you know, all these creators that were being paid to attend these meetings are no longer being paid, at least until the midterms. And then obviously, come the midterms, who knows what's going to happen? Whether or not they'd want to take back on Whick and stuff, I don't know. So the context here, and the reason that Whick is shaving his beard for $500 is because he's not getting paid by Progressive Victory anymore, and he doesn't have a big enough audience to sustain a full-time income off of this. So he's having to do stunts for cash on stream in order to prop up his flailing content creation career. Now, if you think back to Xanderhal, remember the date that he was going on about his channel failing? That was on the 1st of November. And as I said, from what I was told, the creative project where they were paid money was cut off as of the 31st of October. Right? So I believe, I obviously can't prove this conclusively, but my personal assertion and belief is that Xanderhal was freaking out about his channel because the day before that stream, the Progressive Victory gravy train had stopped, and he was thinking, well, what am I going to do now? Obviously, the Trump win is probably going to benefit his channel, so he's probably been, saved by Trump, essentially. Basically, Xanderhal is going to have to thank Trump for helping him out to keep his channel afloat, essentially. So Xanderhal, at least, doesn't have to go to stunts for cash on stream. But the problem for Whick is that he doesn't really have that big an audience anyway. No one gives a fuck about his political takes. He gets barely any viewers. He's not actually grown a community of people that like or respect him. They only tend to be interested in his content when he's got bigger people on. So he's had to debase himself, taking $500 donos from his audience to shave his beard off to keep himself afloat. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So my prediction, my guess would be that I think Xanderhal is probably going to be okay. I think Xanderhal's got a big enough audience that he can capitalize on the Trump response and Trump's stuff to cultivate his audience, to put out videos and stuff. I think Whick is probably fucked. I don't know if Whick is going to be able to survive, the next few months. I think Whick is going to really struggle. I mean, if he's already asked, taken $500 donos for stunts, I mean, it suggests that he's probably going to think, well, that's a good idea, and he's probably going to keep doing it. Because once you start once you open up Pandora's box on that sort of stuff, I think it's very difficult to close it. So yeah, I guess we will see. I guess we'll see what happens. Could be wrong. It could be that it turns it around. But yeah. And some further insight too. They're keeping a few admin people, but the creator program is done for now, as I say. They got good numbers for canvassing and phone banking, but let's be real. That's probably, they give like percentages. 75% Destiny, 20% Vosh, 5% other creators. So, you got to think of it from a value perspective. If you're putting money into a creator, you want some return for that. And obviously a lot of people have asked, well, what return could you possibly get from giving money to someone like Whick? And if he's only given like a handful of people for phone banking, I mean, yeah. It's going to be tricky to justify that continued relationship, isn't it? So, there we go. That's the end of the creator program for people like Whick and Xanderhal. And we'll see what happens going forward. My guess, Xanderhal's probably going to be okay. Whick is probably going to eventually have to give this up and go and work a normal job. That's my guess. So, there we go. Right. Just wanted to cover that briefly before we got into the main stuff. But yeah, I think, this has been a conversation point for a lot of people of like, well, what's the point of all of this? And, I can't imagine they can justify continuing to pay someone that has got such a small viewership and a sort of footprint, But yeah, there we go. I don't care about the forethought drama. I don't give a fuck. I literally couldn't care less about that. Let's do the birdie stuff. Why do you hate him so much? Who, Whick? I don't really hate Whick. It's not hate. Do you know what it is? Right? I think that Whick, when he started getting paid by Progressive Victory, okay, he became like super fucking smug. He became really, really smug. And he acted like he was some sort of like political advisor. And he got very full of himself, despite having like quite mediocre viewership. And he got this massive ego over it. And then when he got rightly called out for not accurately relaying that he was sponsored by Progressive Victory, right? He became really fucking obnoxious. Listen, if you think I'm covering the wrong thing, that's fine. Go and watch someone else talk about it then, you fucking retard. Jesus Christ. Listen. It's very clear what I'm talking about. It's in the fucking title. If you don't like it, go watch someone else. Fuck off. Yeah, I think it's the ego. The ego thing is the thing that was really frustrating, you know? It's like, bro, you're like, you've got no viewership. You're being propped up by this cash and you're acting like you're some big shot. And it's like, you're not. And I think a lot of people were kind of laughing about the idea of the rug getting pulled from underneath him. Do you know what I mean? And this has kind of happened now, I think. He's the nastiest looking... Stylo clearly has got stronger views than me, okay? He is the nastiest looking freak on the planet and he's got rocks for brains. Yep. Dude, what was the stuff with the Progressive Victory and Dick Masterson? I didn't really cover that. I think I spoke about it briefly. Apparently, like, Progressive Victory paid $500 to Dick Masterson to do like a shout out or a segment on the show, or a sponsored segment, and they didn't really do it properly, and they got mad and wanted the money back. Is that right? Is that what happened? And then Dick Masterson was just like, get fucked, basically. And I'm thinking, why would you give money to Dick Masterson to do your fucking Progressive Victory shout out, you know, sponsor segment? It was just a really odd choice. And also, isn't he like a fucking Trump guy as well? Isn't he some sort of Trump supporter? I mean, Vito, I suppose, is probably more the progressive side. But Dick Masterson is like a libertarian that probably would vote Trump over like a progressive candidate, you know? He went on a Twitter rampage and Trump won. So yeah, they just seem to be, you know, it feels like, again, I mean, I'm getting into politics a bit, I guess. But you've got Trump going on like Aiden Ross. Meanwhile, Progressive Victory are giving money to Whick TV and, you know, trying to give sponsorship money to Dick Masterson. Yeah, sure, Stylo, sure. Link it to me somewhere and I'll throw it up quickly. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look. Kamala could have gone on Kai Cenat. I mean, again, you know, I don't want to get too much into it, but it's not even about like, oh, they didn't go on this particular show. It's just the mentality that they don't engage with these kinds of new media very well. That's the issue, isn't it, really? But yeah, I probably could have gone on Kai Cenat or something, right? Imagine if Kamala gave Kai a handy... Okay, dude, that is fucked up, bro. That is fucked up. That is messed up. Right, anyway, if you got it, I'll watch it quickly now, and then we'll get to the birdie stuff. Kai said he didn't want to stream Kamala and didn't want to get it political. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe not then. Maybe that was a stupid take. Yeah, Kamala should have come on chudlogic. If Kamala had come on chudlogic and done a rate review, she would have won. Easily.